Hey, this is Rachel from Taylor and Kensington, and I'm bringing you today my wrap-up video for the Bout of Books 13.0 and Crush Your TBR readathon, which ran through this past week. So first, on Monday, I read the first in the series of The Lunch Lady, which I absolutely love the series. I'll talk more about it in my wrap-up for the end of the month, but I absolutely love the series. I read quite a few this week, but I tackled this first one, which was Volume 1, Lunch Lady and the Cyborg Substitute. One of the substitute teachers is actually a cyborg robot, and the lunch lady here, and her sidekick Betty, and a group of students that is known as the Breakfast Bunch save the day. And they're just adorable. They're specifically geared towards children, but I absolutely love them. I think they're just the cutest thing. And one of the things I think is really neat about it is the coloration of the books. It's all done in kind of like a black, gray, white scale, but then there's yellow added in. Yellow is the only color throughout the book, and I kind of like that. But anyway, I read Volume 1 on Monday, and this was about 60-ish pages for my first book. Next, I read, as an audiobook, part of C is for Corpse by Sue Grafton. I got through about 20 pages of this as an audiobook as I was driving to and from work on Monday. Then I picked up A Darker Shade of Magic, and I read about 60 pages of this. I was already well into this book when I picked it up on Monday, but I got through about 60 pages of it on Monday. And lastly, I picked up Bobcat, which is a collection of short stories by Rebecca Lee, and I read the first short story, which is called Bobcat, and that was about 30 pages. So with these titles, I ended up with about 170 pages on my first day, which was Monday of the Bout of Books readathon. On Tuesday, I picked up another Lunch Lady book. This was volume number 7, Lunch Lady and the Mutant Mathletes. And it was really appropriate because at school that day we had a math competition, which is what happens in the book, and it just fit in really well. This book also had a lot of math problems in it because of the math competition, and I love that. Being a math teacher, I was thinking about maybe trying to incorporate this novel in my classroom next year. But I loved it. I got it finished. It was around 100 pages. So that I finished this one on Tuesday as my first book. Then I went back to C is for Corpse in the audio format. I got about 20 pages of this read, driving back and forth to school. And then I picked up Bobcat again and read the next short story, which was about 35 pages. However, I found myself not enjoying this book much at all, so I put it down and I actually did not pick it back up. I don't really plan on finishing this. The writing style just wasn't for me. I know it had a lot of good reviews on Goodreads, but it just wasn't for me. So the second story was as far as I got with this one, but that brings my total for Tuesday to 155 pages. On Wednesday, I went back to C is for Corpse. I got through about 20 pages with the audio, and then I only had about 18-ish pages left to go, so I just went ahead and finished it in the text format. So that gave me a total of about 38 pages in C is for Corpse, and then I finished the book on Wednesday. Next, I picked up the Volume 2 version of Lunch Lady, which is Lunch Lady and the League of Librarians. I loved it again. They're just adorable. And this one, Lunch Lady, her sidekick Betty, and the Breakfast Bunch fight the librarians who have formed a group known as the League of Librarians, and they're using, and you can kind of see it in there, they open their books and they use the power of the stories in the books to fight for their cause. It's adorable. I really enjoyed it. I got it finished. It was about 80 pages. Then next I picked up a manga, I think that's how you say it, graphic novel, Death Note. I've heard about this from Kaz on The Little Book Owl, and it sounded like a good story. I liked the storyline, but the manga style is not for me. Reading it backwards just totally throws me off. That totally distracted me, I think, from the story. Some of the illustrations and just that kind of Japanese style is just really not for me. But I like the idea of the Death Note, of having this notebook where you write people's names in it and then they die. That's crazy. But I got through this. It was pretty interesting, even though it is the manga and that's not my style. I plan on reading the second one just to kind of see what's happening. But I got this one done. It was about 200-ish pages, which brings my total for Wednesday to about 318 pages. On Thursday, I had a busy day, so the only thing I got to was one of the Lunch Lady comics, which was volume number 4, Lunch Lady and the Summer Camp Shakedown. She follows the crew to a summer camp where they are kind of tracked down by, you can kind of see him here, the little swamp guy, and she has to save the day. This was about 80 pages, so that was my total for Thursday, 80 pages. On Friday, I had another really busy day. The only thing that I picked up on Friday was Amulet, which is another graphic novel. This is book 1, The Stonekeeper. And I only got about 20 pages of this read because I didn't get home until pretty late. But I did get 20 pages of this read, and that was my total for Friday, which was the first day of the Crush Your TBR. So 20 pages is my total for Friday. I did pick this back up, though, Saturday, and I got it finished. That's about 165 pages then for Saturday to finish Amulet, book 1. And then I read about 40 pages in A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. That takes my total for Saturday, which was both Bout of Books and Crush Your TBR, to about 205 pages. And then on Sunday, I think Sunday was by far my best reading day of all week. The first thing I picked up was A Darker Shade of Magic, and I finished A Darker Shade of Magic. I got about 75-ish pages in this to finish the book, and I liked it. It was pretty good. We'll talk more about that in my May wrap-up, though. Then I picked up yet another one of the Lunch Lady series. Can you tell I really liked it? I read a bunch of these. This one is volume number 5, and this is Lunch Lady and the Bake Sale, Bandits. They're going to raise some money with a bake sale, and then with the electricity flashing out, all of the goodies disappear, so they have to hunt them down and try to make that money back. This was about 80-ish pages, and I finished this one next. The next thing that I picked up was one of the last books on my TBR list for the week, and that is another graphic novel, This One Summer. It's a pretty hefty graphic novel. It's even got a hardcover. One of the things I did like about this one was the color. It was in like a traditional like grayscale, but it's all like purple. It's kind of hard to see on here, but it's all like purple like on the cover, and I like that. I thought it was pretty heavy stuff for just a teen graphic novel, but maybe that's why it's won the award. So if you've read this one, let me know what you thought about it. I'm still not quite sure. I just finished it yesterday, so I haven't really processed my thoughts. I'll talk more about it on my wrap-up for the month, but I did get this one finished, and that was about 318 pages. So that wraps up Sunday at about 472 pages. Now, with all of the reading that I did, my grand totals for the weekend, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which was the hashtag Crush Your TBR, I read a total of 4 books and 697 pages. For the Bout of Books, which went from Monday to Sunday, the whole week, I read a total of 10 books. Pretty excited about that. 10 books. 10 books and a total of 1,420 pages. Now, quite a few of those were graphic novels, so even though that 10 is there, it might be a little bit deceiving because a lot of them were short, like those Lunch Lady books. But I'm really excited because that's been one of my goals lately, is to get more into graphic novels, because that's not been a thing I've ever really enjoyed before. So I'm trying to kind of branch out, and I even read a few short stories, so I was pretty glad with where I finished. And as in regards to my TBR, the only book that was on my TBR video that I did not get to this week was A Girl on the Train, and I actually started that one this morning, this Monday. So that one's going to be part of the new Read Your Shelf-a-thon that starts today. So you'll be getting more information about that in one of my upcoming videos. And yeah, so I did pretty well. I'm pretty excited. Thanks for watching. If you read it all this week, let me know down below how well that you did, and I will see you later, probably maybe later this week, with a new book haul. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.